Alright, welcome to this video on complex fractions, and we're going to take a look at a couple of example problems. And the first one is just to simplify this expression. So we notice that we're going to have to take care of the fact that we have a fraction that's made up of a fraction in the numerator, and then we also have a fraction in the denominator over here. So we're going to look at the denominators for both of these little mini fractions, if you will, and figure out what we can use to cancel the entire fraction out. So notice that the first term has a 4x in it, and the second term has an x minus 3. So if we multiply this top fraction, if we distribute that to both of those terms, those will cancel those out. Well, let's go down and look at the bottom, and let's see what the denominator has there. So the denominator on the bottom has an x minus 3, which we have already accounted for right here, and it also has an x. So it looks like that 4x and x minus 3 will cancel all of these fractions out in this complex fraction. So we're going to distribute that to both of these terms, and we'll write a little bit closer over here. So we have 4x times x minus 3 over 4x x minus 3. And we're going to distribute to the top, and then we'll distribute it down to the bottom here. So when we distribute to the first term inside of here, the 4x is going to cancel with the 4x, right? So the only thing left is the 3 times the x minus 3. Alright? Then when we distribute to the second term, notice that x minus 3 is going to cancel out with this x minus 3. And so all you have left is a minus 1 times 4x. So it's just minus 4x. So if we distribute the top, we're going to get 3x minus 9 minus 4x. Alright? And then of course we could simplify that and call that a negative 1x, right? So let's go ahead and do that while we're thinking about it. So we have a minus x minus 9. Alright, now let's take a look at the bottom fraction. We'll do this one in red. So when I distribute to the first term here, x minus 3 is going to cancel with this x minus 3, and we're just going to be left with 2 times 4x, or simply 8x. And when I distribute to the second term here, we're going to have the x canceling out with this x, but notice that the 4x is not gone, and it's just the 4 out in front of there. So we have 4 times 4. This 4 here times 4 gives me a positive 16 distributed to x minus 3. Alright, so let's see if we can clean that up. This distribution is going to give me what? 16x. And this distribution is going to give me a minus 48. Notice that we already had an 8x here. Positive 16 excuse me, is going to give me a 24x minus 48. 24. Try that again. 24x. Oops. Pen's not working right. 24x minus 48. And of course, we could divide a 24 out of that, which I think we'll do, and I'll write it in our final answer. We have 24 times x minus 2. Now, notice we can't simplify because the top is simply negative x minus 9. We could factor a negative out of there, but we still wouldn't be able to cancel anything out. So that's an example of a complex fraction where we eliminated the fraction that was in the numerator and we eliminated the fraction in the denominator. Alright, let's take a look at a second problem here. We have to actually solve. So if we solve this one, it's going to make our job a lot easier if we can get rid of the fraction. Well, we notice here that in this denominator we have an x minus 2 and we have an x minus 2 here. So in essence they're already common denominators, but we do want to cancel those out. And then we're going to check our answer to see if the solution makes sense. So hopefully you can see that all I need to do is multiply x minus 2 times x minus 2 on both sides. But be very careful right here, because not only are you multiplying x minus 2 to this fraction term, you're also multiplying it to a positive 1. So let's take a look at this. When we do the left side, we'll do this one in red, and we'll do this one in blue. We change this to blue. There we are. So for the first one, when I distribute to the first fraction, this first term, the x minus 2 cancels out, and I'm just left with x. But whenever I distribute to the second term, there's nothing in that denominator to cancel that x minus 2, so I just have 1 times x minus 2, or x minus 2. Alright? And then finally, whenever I multiply this x minus 2 on the right, which I said I was going to do in blue, there we go, we get a straight cancellation there, and that's just equal to 4. So now we just have like terms. We can combine x plus x to get 2x, and we could add 2 to this side over here to get 6, and x appears to equal 3. So let's check our answer. Let's go back to the original, and let me erase all this so that I can make sure I see the solution. We have 3 over 3 minus 2 plus 1 equals 4 over 3 minus 2. And of course it looks like this 3 minus 2 gives me 1. So 3 over 1 is just 3. 3 plus 1 equals, that's a 1 as well, right? So it looks like this solution checks out. Okay. Good luck with your homework on this Chapter 6 section, and we'll see you on the next video.